Hi, I'm Rich Frawley, and I'm the Digital Forensics Specialist with ADF Solutions. Today we are going to explain adding keywords directly from the collection key. ADF gives you the ability to create a collection key with or without search profiles and to add keywords just before the start of a scan. So let's take a look at a prepared collection key and walk through the process of adding keywords. You see here I've plugged in my collection key and I start our program by hitting start.bat. This is a live scan on a target computer. Go into scan computer, and this is where I'm going to select my drive or partition to scan. I select my search profile, give it a scan name, and then I can add a label if I want down here. In the center above the search profiles is the button to add keywords. This allows me to add a keyword capture for this scan without having to reconfigure the search profile. This allows you to adapt and overcome when your tasks change on scene or new information has come forward. When I select the keywords, I'm presented with the creation of a new keyword capture. I can change the name of the capture group and the capture name. So up here it says on the fly, but I want to put that in my keywords capture group. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put added keywords on scene so I know which keyword list this is. So below that now I can add each individual keyword. So if I had new information, now I have poodle, I have collie, and I have shepherd. Okay, so there's my 3 new keywords. Are they unique enough that I want to add an auto tag? If they are, I can do that. Or I can also add my comments. So once I have my keywords in, I'm now presented down here with how I want to search. So the first option is file names and artifacts, which is the faster option. When the scan begins, the first thing done is a listing of all file names and folder names. The keywords will run against this list. It's fast, seamless, low-hanging fruit. The second thing our tool does, the second task, is the parsing of artifacts. The keywords will also be run against these artifacts as they're parsed out. That would be your web browsing, your USB history, your applications, installed applications, downloads, email, messaging, peer-to-peer, and so on. It's also fast and seamless. But I can also select file names, artifacts, and file content and metadata. So this is a little slower, but this now also presents me with some other options as well. So if I'm going to add file content, do I just want it to be documents, which would be faster? Or documents, internet files, and text files. So I'm adding more files to search, so it's going to be a little slower. So you have your radio buttons to select here. My next option is where do I want to search, right? So am I sticking to the user profiles, which is faster? Or am I doing the entire drive and deleted files, which will slow it down more? And then my third choice is the identification. How do I want to identify the documents or the documents, internet files, and text files? So fast identification is by file extension only, very fast, seamless again, and then thorough identification. So this looks at every file on that drive or partition and does a file header analysis to determine what type of file it is. If it's a document, internet file, and text file, it will then run the keywords against that. So you can see as your choices go down, you can slow it down a little more. So make your choices and then hit save. And now that becomes part of your search profile. Remember to try and keep this in line with what you have chosen in the profile you selected. So if you're doing your original keyword searches against the user profiles and your hash sets against the user profiles, you want to keep this keyword search in line with what you have in the profile you picked. Again, once all the choices are made, you select save. The keyword capture will run along with your search profile. So I've already run one here. I want to go back and show you in the results. If I look in my keyword capture here, on scene keywords, and I had 24 hits for shepherd, collie, and 0 for the poodle. So that's all for this video. Thank you for your time.